So we've just added our sky color, our base sky color, using phthalo blue and titanium white. Now I want to give the sky some life. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first thing is I'm going to clean the brush of that blue. Okay, so I put it into my container. I'm going to scrape it like so, and then just very gently take off the excess like that. And as you can see on this shot right here, I've still got some pigment left on those bristles. So I'm going to agitate it a little bit more aggressively, like that, and now they're gone, or it's gone. Press the bristles firmly to the edge of the bowl. Okay. And then I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to, in one very aggressive motion, flick it against the side of my trash can. It's almost dry, but not quite. So then I take the brush and I just simply brush it onto my towel that I have draped over the side of the trash can. Okay. So I've got some of this leftover titanium white from when we mixed the base sky color. And so I'm going to put the paintbrush right into it, like so. Because one of the things that happens in a sky is that as the sky comes down towards the horizon, it gets lighter in value. Okay? And value is just simply the degree of intensity of a color. So I'm going to take that white and go right across this horizon line like so. And it's picking up some of that blue, and that's okay. Add just a little bit more. And now I'm going to just start blending it upward, like so. Okay. Clean the brush. And I'm just going to start working that paint up. Like this. And this is one of the beautiful things that oil paints can do, is they blend so beautifully. And I want to bring the white into the blue, not the blue into the white. That doesn't work as well. Okay. Clean the brush. And on this round, I'm not going to wipe my brush because I want a little bit of thinner carry over to this white. I want to make this white just a touch thinner than it is. It's a very thick, thick white. And right here, I want to kind of arch this white, sort of to mimic the curvature of the earth, and just start blending that straight up. Like so. Until we just get to a little. Oops. Again. Now I am going to brush it on top. And as clean as I can get it, because I'm going to do one more pass, starting from where I put the raw white, and just start working my way out. This gives an illusion that the sky is coming down to a horizon far, far away. All right, I'm going to clean this brush very, very well and then set it off to the side for now. And that's good. And now I'm going to take my medium brush, okay? going to dip it into the thinner and then dip it right into that clean white that we've got right here. Okay. And as you can see, it's on there pretty heavily. Now, clouds are one of those things that people get so worked up about, and that's valid. So if you're one of those people, just understand that clouds are clouds. Clouds can be just about anything there is. So the best thing to do is just let your brush go. Just start punching. And if the truth be told, what really matters is what's at the top. Even that can change. And you'll notice I have not reloaded the paint yet. So I've got some brighter spots and some fainter spots. I did not clean the brush. I go right back into the plain white, like so. Let's go ahead and add some more. Just right here, just start popping in. Some nice titanium white. And the higher you get, the more wispier you might want to be. Now, one of the things that we have to learn very, very quickly is that if oil paint's really, really thick, it's very hard to add a thick paint on top of it. So this brush is still very wet. I did rinse it, but it still has thinner on it. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, see how it cleans a little bit of that blue that was there? So that's what I want, having some thinner still on it. So I'm going to go into my white. Go ahead and fill in that spot right there. But if I have a little bit of thinner in this white, then this paint can move a little bit more fluidly, which is a good thing. So just throwing on some more white. And let's go ahead and get some more right there. And that might be enough for now. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush. Beat it on the side of the trash can and set it aside. And now I take my fan brush. Okay? And what I want to do is I want to just very, very gently, using this edge of the brush, start smoothing out. Let me do that really, really slowly. Picking up and smoothing out and fluffing up the bases of these clouds. Okay. I'll do a little bit slower. I don't want to do every single square inch of that white. I want there to be some highlights on there. And then I can even smooth that off into nothingness, like so. And just like that, there's a cloud. And it looks really good. I'm going to rinse that brush, put it on the trash can, brush it on the towel, and let's just check, see if we're dry, and we are. And you can see right here I've got this very, very thick glob of paint, so I'm going to start there. Very, very gently start swirling it around. Then I'm going to turn the brush and start moving the paint. Okay. Now I'm going to the right. Now I'm going to the left. It doesn't really matter. My pressure gets very light once I get to the top. These little wispy things. And I'll just keep using that brush until it goes off into nothingness, as you see. Let's get a little bit more light in here. Yeah, that's nice. Clean the brush. Knock it on the side of the can. Brush on the towel. come back, use the side, get that big glob of paint right there and start working from there. I can make it go flat, I can make it go up, I can make it do pretty much whatever we want. I generally like to bring it out horizontally because if it's the middle of the day, the sun's going to be shining down onto the clouds like so, and so the bottoms will be darker than the tops. So that's the logic behind that. So I'm just sort of brushing out these bottoms and then just brushing this into nothing. This little mushroom cloud that we got here, we're going to go ahead and brush that out just because it looks strange. I'm going to keep that little vibrant ridge there, and then just brush this guy out and let him just do whatever. Okay. So you see what I did there? I hadn't cleaned the brush, so I've got all this blue on there. And so if I put it down like so, I make a mark on our horizon. No big deal. Clean the brush, whack it on the side of the can, brush on the towel, and watch this. I'll go from the light very lightly into the dark, just brush that out. And the mistake is gone. It's not a big deal. Okay? But we will clean the brush this time. So we don't have to do it again if we don't have to. Now we'll start working on these. So now I'm just seeing what the brush does, what my hands do, and just letting it kind of go. If you've ever flown or really looked at the sky, you know those really high cirrus clouds can be really wispy and beautiful. And that's kind of what these are, I suppose. I don't want to brush too hard, because if I brush too hard, I'll brush the white right off the canvas here. So I want to keep the white on, but give it a very light and airy feel that these high clouds have. And I'm just barely touching these. Let's put this canvas down so you can really see that. And I haven't gone back to clean the brush because I haven't seen a whole lot of blue getting on this brush. And if I did, I would go ahead and clean it. But I haven't seen any because there's a lot of white paint here. So we're okay so far. But there really are no rules with clouds, and except maybe one. If you just put in big gloppy things like what I'm about to show you, they just don't look right. So let me show you what not to do with clouds if you want them to look right. So I got a nice big pile of white paint here. Okay. So let's do what some people do. Get some more white paint. Just keep that brush moving right there. And they sit there and they say to themselves, why doesn't that look right? And the reason it doesn't look right is because it's not as kinetic as clouds are in reality. Clouds are very, very gauzy. I mean, you can have nimbus clouds, of course, and cumulus clouds piled up on top of each other like that. But watch what it takes just to fix this and make it look better, okay? So that it doesn't look like this warped cotton ball. All we have to do is take this dry, clean fan brush from the bottom and just give our cloud a little bit of a wisp. Just like that. We've made this something great. Something that looks much more lifelike, but very rarely will you see clouds with such sharp, curvy lines like that. So we just want to make that look a little bit more like something we'd find in nature. That's all. Something like so. Just like that. Our clouds look a little bit better. Okay, so I've got a little bit more down here that I'm just going to smooth out. And for our sky, that's really about all we need for now. Pretty happy with it. So I'll clean the brush one more time here. I'm not putting it in the thinner, I'm just simply cleaning it on the towel because I had enough thinner on already. And just fluffing out the last of these little wispy ones. Like that. That's pretty good. Okay. So beautiful, summery, cloudy day. And if you want to do a few more little cirrus ones up here, you can just put the paint straight on, and just like that. Just lighten up your sky and make it look really, really pretty. And that's that. Now we have a sky. Now if you're observant, you'll notice I didn't even follow my own advice. I've got this one glop right here. Let's just go ahead and make it a little bit more natural. Check our work. Glop right there. And now I think we're done. Okay, so in the next segment, I'm going to show you how to make a mountain. Actually, several mountains. Look forward to seeing you.